Hey everybody, Doug Rucker here with DougRuckerStore.com and DougRuckerSchool.com, located right here in Houston, Texas. We're actually in Porter, right outside of the Humble Kingwood area. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about O-rings. So we're going to talk about that coming up next. Okay guys, so it's real important to know that when you're buying anything with a socket or quick connect or female or coupler, whatever you want to call it, fitting, whether it be on your hoses, whether it's on your machine, whether it's on your gun, your wand, whatever it is, it's important to know that these little quick connect fittings, they have O-rings in them. And so there's two different sizes. There's 3/8, which is a little bit bigger, and then you've got 1/4 inch. This is 1/4 inch, this is 3/8. And so any fitting that is a quick connect like this, a socket fitting, has the O-rings in them. It's just a matter of which size. And so the 3/8 are of course going to go into the 3/8 fitting, and the 1/4 inch O-ring are going to go into the 1/4 inch fittings. And so the way I've always explained it to folks is, let me grab a couple fittings here. Everything from the gun, bottom of the gun, that goes back to, I don't care if you've got a ball valve set up on it, and then your hose, but anything from the bottom of the gun that goes all the way back to the machine is going to be a 3/8 fitting. So it's very important to know that at the top of the gun, on your outlet fitting, this is your inlet down here, this is your outlet here. It's important to know that everything from the top is going to be a 1/4 inch fitting. Whether it's a plug or a socket or whatever, it's always 1/4 inch from the outlet, which is the top of the gun, forward. It's always 3/8, whether you're using plugs or couplers or whatever, because I know a lot of guys like to use a plug fitting here or a male fitting, whatever you want to call it, here. And that's fine. Either way is fine. I always use a socket because, like I've always said, the water points to the flow of the water for me. So on a ball valve socket or on a ball valve setup, my water is coming in through the coupler, it's going out, and I like that for a few reasons, but mainly is because when I spray with just a ball valve, I can crack this and get a nice flow. If I try to do that out of this end, I have the possibility of losing the O-ring, and I just don't get that consistent spray that I like that comes out of the plug. So like I said, we sell the O-rings on the site. We also sell these dental picks, which you can get. These are, they come in, I think, 4 or 5 different ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ones. There's 2 that have a blunt end like that. That's mainly what I use, is that one right there. That's one of the ones that I use, and then another one is this one right here, which has a blunt end as well. And the reason I like the blunt end is, let's say we're going to take this little fitting here. This is an old socket. I'm hoping that the O-ring in here will be bad so I can show you what they look like, but it may not be. But you just kind of go in there and grab that O-ring out, and that O-ring will come out just like that. This one is actually in good shape. Oh, nope, it's a little worn right in here. I don't know if you can see, but you can see it's kind of shredded here. So that's what happens, and it means that you're not getting a good seal inside that O-ring, so you need to replace it. And so you sometimes, depending on usage, you can replace these, every 2 weeks, once a month, whatever. Just depends on how often you use it. And I can also tell you, not using them on a frequent basis can make them go bad as well. I've always said that a lot of this equipment, all this equipment and stuff, it's like airplanes. It's made to be used. So when I go to replace it, I'm just going to take the old one, put it aside, and then I take the new one and I kind of just get it in there, wedged in there with my fingers. And then what I do is I take the blunt end of the dental pick. I don't use this side because I don't want to gouge it or poke a hole in it or anything. And I just kind of go down and push it. There's a small little seat in there for this to sit perfectly round. And so when you get done, you want to look in there and make sure it's not twisted up or anything like that. Just kind of go around, look at it in good light. I see it's kind of hung up. I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of hung up right in there somewhere. You're not going to be able to see it because of the light. But anyway, I'm just going to push it on down, and now that's replaced and it's good. So like I said, we sell these in the 1/4 inch, we sell them in the 3/8, and so anytime you have sockets like this, you need to make sure that you're staying on top of replacing them. It's always a good idea just to keep a package of 25 of the 3/8 and a package of 25 of the 1/4 inch on your truck at all times. If you ever hear your machine when you're off the trigger and it makes that kind of cycles, I've talked about this before. That's a very, very good sign that you're dripping water somewhere, and most often it's going to be due to a bad O-ring. It's passing water. It's not allowed. It's not. You don't have a good seal. So you want to make sure you replace the O-rings. One of the most popular places is right here at the end of a wand. This is a 1/4 inch. If you ever have water coming out a lot right here, that's an O-ring. If it's dripping here, that's because of a seal. We had a customer a week or so ago that emailed he thought maybe his gun is defective. It's not a defective gun, it's not a defective wand, but if it's pouring out water from here and it's actually spraying out, that's a sign that your O-ring has been blown out or it's broken inside or whatever, and you need to replace it. If it's leaking from here or leaking from here, then that just means it needs to be retaped and redone. Take it off, retape it, and put it back on. We send a lot of these out ready to use, so we tape them and put them on, and it's on the rare occasion sometimes the tape gets gummed up or it gets binded up in there or whatever, doesn't make a good seal. And it's rare, but sometimes you might get it and it might leak right here behind the threading. That's just a sign you need to get a wrench, put it on a vise, get a wrench, take this off, retape it with some Teflon, put a little lock seal on it. This is the lock seal. So you always want to put a little dab of that on your Teflon and then tighten it up and you'll be good to go. But that could happen anywhere you've got a threaded male fitting like this, okay? But I just wanted to go over that real quick and make sure that you guys understand about the O-rings, because that's very important. We've had quite a few people here lately that will send us pictures of old guns or new guns or whatever, and they're leaking, and it's just a matter of replacing the O-ring. And I think sometimes when this equipment is bought, we don't necessarily understand about the O-rings. So just wanted to put that on video for you guys. I hope it helps you. And if you have any questions on that, then just let me know. All right, guys, I hope this has been helpful for you. Don't forget, coming up, well, Monday and Tuesday is our next, by the time you see this, it'll probably be over, our hands-on training. But coming up June 8th and 9th is our Difference Makers Business Conference with myself, Jeffrey Blackman, and Vaughn Cross. This is about business, how to get commercial clients, residual income, high-end residential sales. all of that kind of stuff. This is more business stuff. It's not hands-on training. This is how to help you grow your business, take it to the next level, if you will, whatever. So that's June 8th and 9th, and then that Saturday, June 10th, from 9 a.m. until noon, or maybe it's 8, I can't remember. We're going to have an open house here at the store, coffee, donuts, just some networking, talk some shop, whatever y'all want to do. So you feel free. We're not normally open on Saturday, so we like to do these little open houses every now and then. Mark that on your calendar. I think that's June 10th. And then I guess it would be the 12th and the 13th of June. That following Monday and Tuesday is our next in June hands-on training. We've already had a couple guys sign up for the Difference Makers Conference, and they've also signed up for the hands-on training. So we're trying to kind of make it a weekend that if you come in for the Difference Makers, hey, you've got some reasons to stay, spend a weekend, spend a few days, get some awesome training, open house, all of that kind of stuff. So go to pressurewashingschool.com/events, I think it is, or maybe it's training or classes or whatever. But all the information is right there on the website. So check that out. If you have any questions about it, you can email me at pressurecleaningschool@gmail.com. Don't forget, subscribe, leave me a comment, question if I can help you, hit that like button, and thanks so much for watching. Y'all have an awesomely blessed day.